as what I do, I bring the code to the project. So people like Dan, I don't know if you want to pan the camera, but Dan has worked on a bunch of the 3D models, and we have full 90-minute soundtrack. But yeah, there's a bunch of team members who actually bring the content, and what I do is pretty much just glue it together with the algorithm. So, probably just monetizing things.
Marketing's rough.
Yeah,
Marketing's very rough.
getting eyeballs onto the product are the right eyeballs for what the product is. So we bring this to a lot of conventions, and we have found one or two that are really good fits for it. We still go to other events because, you know, it's just good to be out in the world anyway, but it can be really disheartening in going to like something where the audience is not really geared for people who like city builders, and you'll just see tons of people walk by and look over and go, yeah, no thanks. It's like, fair enough, everybody likes different things, but when that translates into how to make money from this in order to sustain further development, honestly, just you kind of have to expect to lose your money. At least that's my experience. I'm sure you can figure out strategies as you go along, but like I thought this would do better than it has. It hasn't, and so you know I'm adapting by what our next project is, trying to make it a little bit more, I guess, friendly to the mainstream instead of, you know, city builders take a very core audience. Like you have, there's a bunch of people who do like city builders, but it's like a love it or hate it thing. So trying to make something that is more just shareable, but you don't have to necessarily in that community. Anyway, I'm rambling, but yeah, I'd say to bring it back to what the actual point is here, as far as like what is something I've learned about the industry, is just that like you can't expect to make money even if you feel like it's guaranteed. You think you have the best, most marketable idea, it's not. Or at least you're gonna have to put a lot of effort in to actually get eyeballs on stuff. It's not as easy as, like I used to think you put your game on Steam and then that's just magically you start making money. That's about it.
I guess the only thing that I could say when it comes to releasing a game on Steam is kind of realizing that a good game, regardless of how you can say, even if your game doesn't necessarily do well, that does not mean that it's not a good game. It just simply means that, in the matter of fact, it is hard to get people to both view your product and feel the want to buy it. I mean, let's be real, like, everyone has, like, let's say everyone has at least a free $20, but it's always on that aspect of, like, am I going to actually play this game? Am I going to put time into this game? Do I have time to play this game? And the multiple factors of that. Sometimes it's just all about timing, but other than that, you know, just keep your head up when it comes to things like that. Ooh, okay, all right. At least when it comes to me personally, it was when I was a bit younger. Back when I was around 16, I kind of realized that even though I enjoyed various types of video, there weren't too many that hit me quite the same as video. Like, I remember playing video games as a young and realizing that a lot of the connections that I made when it comes to networking with friends has been through the process of video games. A lot of the music genres that I like has been because of video games. I love Mario, Pokemon, and Sonic. Sonic, jazz side. Mario, big thing. Pokemon, that's a whole different story, but still, you get the point. It's just, I realized how many times these simple activities kind of affected my personality and affected the way I like things. And I'm thinking like, oh, I would love if one of my video games can play the same part these games have played for me, for somebody else.
My answer to this one would literally just be, it keeps me sane. I work in software on this, like programming, but I also work as a software engineer at my day job. And if I didn't have something where I could kind of have my own rule set and figure out what I want the product to be, I would go nuts. Like dealing with all the stakeholders. Like for sure, there's it's whoever's paying, and there's rules for a reason around everything and how you are supposed to do things. That's a big deal, but it's like I'm able to stay sane working within those rules if after hours I can work on something where it's like if I want to do something that is a dumb decision architecturally, I can try it and no one's going to be like, oh, you're wasting time, man. So that's pretty much it. And then as I kept working on this, I started to realize it's also fun to involve other people and stuff. I mean, it's like what you go hang out with people, you go get dinner with people every Friday or something like that. I mean, this to me is just another way to be part of a community. Like Dan and I know each other, all the other people on this game, to some degree or another, we have just sort of an energy, which, we're also making a product, but it's good to connect with people.